Hey YouTube, got my pals Jaguar in for, I don't know if you can hear that, what do you call it, processing, rendering or something on the computer. So I'm interested to see whether the computer can render and do a video at the same time. Yeah, so the electrics were all over the place on this. Really annoyingly, I had to, everything kind of looked alright, and what was happening was the rhythm circuit was working okay, and the, if you ever get one that does this, when you turned on the neck pickup, it worked. Everything okay. You turned on the bridge pickup as well, it worked. Everything okay. But if you only turned on the bridge pickup, nothing came out. So I was just sitting there scratching my head looking at it. I was moaning about this in the video I did yesterday. Because I was hoping that I could, just take off this plate, and this plate and get at all the electrics and everything would work. Didn't really work that way. I had to take off the scratch plate, which involves taking off all the strings, because the bridge, as you can see, is actually sitting on top of the scratch plate. So you need to take the bridge off to get at it. What was turned out afterwards, checked all the switches, redone all the soldering, moved stuff about, checked the pots, double checked all the wiring. What it was two of the wires, the ones that go in and out of the rhythm circuit, were the wrong way round. That was what caused it. It was just, it looked like factory soldering as well. So it's like, I don't really know. But there's some things you look at. See the pickup. These are Duncan designed pickups, which I think are probably original to this guitar. But one of the screws, the height adjustment screws, is a bit chewed up. So that makes you, as soon as you see that, you start thinking someone's been in at this. But now we're working fully. The trem arm isn't in the gig bag, so I assume Alex has got it. I think he's actually selling this. He was actually going to try and sell it to me, but I can't. I don't need any more guitars. Too many. It's very nice. So I'm not even sure which exact model this is. ICS 15. So a 2015. Is it a classic vibe, or I don't know? Do they normally say on them? I'm sure there's something. I think it's a classic vibe or something. I don't think it's one of your modified ones. I think this is their, like, as they were in the 60s sort of thing, with your two single coils with the sort of metal plates on them. A switch for this to turn on this pickup, a switch to turn on this pickup, the strangle switch, which is a high pass filter, which actually I've been putting in quite a lot of bucky casters, but I've been putting it on a knob rather than a switch. This is the rhythm circuit, so when you're playing it, you turn on the rhythm circuit. It's only the neck pickup that comes on, and then you've got like a volume on a wheel here, and then a tone here. And then when you turn it onto the lead circuit, nothing comes out because nothing's been turned on. So I could have this the lead circuit with the bridge pickup with the triangle switch. So there's my lead circuit. I don't know what they were thinking in the 60s when they did this. So, and then I can go into the rhythm circuit. That kind of makes sense. Maybe I'll actually try and do something and put a rhythm track in using the rhythm circuit the way it was designed. What about that for an idea? And then you've got a volume and a tone. When you're on the rhythm circuit, the volume and the tone here don't do anything. So this is you use these two bits, these three switches, so you can have an on-off for each switch and the strangle switch and a volume and a tone for the lead circuit. And then completely separate, you've got like a volume and a tone, which have got funny sized pots in it. They're like, I think it's a B50 or it's either a 1 meg or these are 1 meg, and these are funny different values. So if you're on the neck pickup here and in the lead circuit, you use the volume and the tone, it's not the same sound as when you're using the rhythm circuit and you've got your volume and the tone, even though you're using the same pickup, because there's different values in there. Try and play something on F sharp. Is that a good idea? Now I'll check it out, just play G. Lead circuit. a really bad rhythm socket. Tenor. I'm just going to do my usual A minor one. It's like there's bit better, easier to play over. The usual dancing about on the jam pedal. I'll turn that on. Gagging to put the fuzz pedal on because Jaguars just sound great with the fuzz pedal, I think. Both pickups? It's both pickups on to just brush pickup. Wah wah wah. Strangle. Neck back out. So there's the volume and tone at full. The volume and tone at full. This is the lead circuit. Then rhythm circuit. It's a bit slightly softer sound. So I wonder if I know Alex was saying that he was trying to sell it. Did need a little bit of work to make it play well though. The intonation was off. The truss rod needed adjusted, and see the slots on the nut, which I think these strings don't seem heavy. I think they're 10s, but the nut was catching all the strings, so I just had to widen all the slots a little bit so the strings would actually slip back and forward, because that's why guitars, a lot of the time why guitars don't go out of tune. You go out of tune, you bend the note up, which pulls the string through the nut. Yeah, so it's pulled through it, and see if the nut's really tight on the guitar, it means when you let go the string stays pulled. I noticed that when I was tuning it up. It's like, you know, you kind of you tune it, and you go up, oh, after you've done a bend it stays sharp, so you go, okay, I'll turn the tuner down, and you turn the tuner down, it doesn't do anything for the first wee bit, then it goes So basically, you want the strings to slide. It's kind of the idea, you know, you get your roller nut. That idea where it's not like a Floyd Rose where you want to clamp it. You want the strings to slide through. So that would be a factory thing. So this guitar, then again, maybe it came with 9s on it, and maybe 9s would have slid through it okay. But having a nut slot that's wide enough to take a 10 and putting a 9 in it, it's not going to move. Maybe if you really looked at it in a microscope, when you bend a string down here, maybe inside the slot the string will go like that a little bit, but you're not noticing that. But no, nice Jazzmaster. So if anyone, Jazzmaster Jaguar, I always get the two mixed up. Nice Jaguar. It's got the fantastic glossy neck, which is basically the reason, I think, basically why you would buy the classic vibes. Glossy necks are just much nicer, I think. I know a lot of people like their satin finish, and it's like satin finish. I like a glossy neck. It's got the Cluson tuners on it. As I said, Seymour Duncan designed pickups. This still has the original Jazz Jaguar bridge, which a lot of people have problems with. You can buy as a Mustang bridge that a lot of people buy because it's got slightly bigger grooves on it. I'm not noticing any. There's no issue for me. I'm totally happy with this bridge. It sits on. It's kind of funny. Like, see if you the way the bridge works. I was saying, like, when talking about the strings sliding up and down through the nut. Similar thing if you've got like a roller. If you fitted a roller bridge to a guitar. So because this has got like a tremolo on it, what this does is the actual whole bridge. If you imagine, how can I know? Watch this. So if I use this box for the fast fret, I'll show you what the bridge does. So if you imagine that's the socket in the guitar, right? Whereas normally, like on a Les Paul or something, you screw the bridge solid into that socket. On this, you put the bridge sits on like a spike, like that. Imagine just finding the right thing sitting there. So when you bend forwards, the whole bridge goes, whoop, and then when you bend back, the whole bridge goes, whoop, and then it sits back in the centre. Well, using a pen in a box doesn't quite work, but so the whole bridge kind of sits on a pivot point, like that. When you waggle the tremolo, the bridge goes, therefore hopefully staying in tune. Leo Fender was like an engineer rather than a guitar player, so he's obviously looking at these things and solving problems. I think he was very much a case of build a guitar, give it to some guitarists, and then after they've done some gigs, a couple of weeks later, come back and tell me how I can improve this guitar. So I think that's kind of an invention that's kind of not really on anything else, I don't think. Same with the rhythm circuit. It's not really on anything else either. So I mean, it's quite a unique thing. And I don't know. Part of the sound is, see this metal kind of looks like a saw blade. And I said the pickup, it's got to have some sort of thing going on, and also the fact it's got funny value pots. It's not like normally if you've got single coils you would have 250k pots. This has got 1 meg pots, and it's like a sort of trebly bleedy thing going on the tone control, and then it's got the rhythm. So it's quite a different guitar, even though it does look a little bit mad, but and the bridge is kind of a bit insane as well. It's kind of, I don't have, as I said, I've already said I don't have the arm for it just now, but no, there's no point in sticking one in temporary. So it's kind of got a strange feeling when you use because normally if you look at like a strap bridge, that's got a strap bridge on it. So when you bend the string from here, it's pivoting pretty much where the arm is. So it's like, you're just bending the arm like that, whereas on this, because it's bending from here, but the arm's here, it's kind of like it's like geared almost. Well, it's geared basically. Like it's sort of on a, fulcrum's not the word I'm looking for. Gearing's not the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. Lever, it's a lever. So it's like you could bend this more than this, whereas in a Strat, if you go wah wah on this one to get that same thing, you have to move the bar twice as much, sort of thing. But no, I forgot to put the fuzz pedal on. That's what I really want to use in this. the wee Delamo fuzz, which is the sort of glow in the darky one. That one, which the more I use it, the more I like it. It's very different. The two fuzzes basically I really like are the Delamo, which is a sort of really high pitched sound, and then the one next to it's the twin note pi, which is sort of like, I'm not 100% sure you would really argue it was a total fuzz. It's a bit more ampy, distortion-y, Black Sabbath-y sounding to my ears anyway. Or the way I've set it up, I'm playing through the wee Laney VC15 by the way. And the mic's there, so there's no processing involved. So I'll put the actual proper model number of this, assuming I can find it, in the description. Like and subscribe, which I should really say all the time. I keep noticing the Anderton guys keep saying it, so I should say it. I should probably say it at the start, not at the end, but if you got this far, you know what we're doing anyway. And I believe this is for sale, so I'm going to, if Alex, see the thing is, it plays an awful lot better than it was when I was giving it, even though I was giving it because there was something wrong with the wiring. Just the weeest tweaks, just makes a huge difference to it, and it's playing much better, so maybe Alex won't be selling it, but if he is, I'm going to tell him you can use this video as a demo for it. Mind you, is that a good idea if he's going to try and sell it and I'm telling him all the things I did to fix it? No. It's now perfect. Well, it's now brilliant. So it's good. So this, in theory, because it's been set up and it's now working, is worth more than the same one you see on eBay, because that's you totally don't know. Or, you know, one you can't actually play, you've no idea what it's going to be like, because all these things, you don't know who's been in it. I mean, okay, it's only 2015, so it's like 6 years old, but if you've had somebody in there doing their own special little adjustments to it, you don't really know what's going on. It did need the truss rod adjusted. That happens with any guitar though. It's, you know, 6 years later, it might have... 6 years ago, sorry, the computer, the camera just stopped there. I was kind of ready to finish. To see if it had given me a countdown timer going, warning, you're about to run out of space, I would just have ended it. So basically I'm stitching on a bit that's going to be about 30 seconds long. So yeah, Squier, which I think is a classic vibe, even though if it isn't, I will change the thing in the description down there. And I do like Jaguars. They're a little bit quirky, and there is something going on. See the general jangliness. It's a Jaguar does have a ringiness coming from it, which is, it's meant to do that, but some people don't like it. It's just one of the things that is part of the things about having a Jaguar, something to do with the way the springs are, and also having this length of string here. I've actually seen people put pickups in below that so they can go, you can't tune it, or maybe you can you get it? Oh well. Barely on, what are we doing here? Why am I doing this? Don't know. I'm doing it anyway. So technically I suppose you could play a note here. Oh, of course there's no pickup. I'm sitting there going, why is it so quiet? It's because there's no pickup actually in below the bits that's making the noise. Yeah. But crazy. Some people will do that. So, rock on, catch you later. And I'm sorry I had to stitch this bit on the end. I wish I can't just end it. I can't just have it ended in the middle of a sentence. I've got to end it properly. Rock on, catch you later.